Knifedope. More dope. Come and get your figs. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. Knifedope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Man, oh man, do I got some good shit to go over with y'all today. That's right. We're looking at about 4 or 5 knives. Maybe more, maybe less. Got flooded with bricks today. Today being Friday, September 1st, 2023, the year of our Lord and Savior. Now, before we get to the dope, big shout out to Don Farmer, head honcho for D&K Knives. D&K Knives has got all the dope you need, whether foreign or domestic. Just be sure to use code KNIFEDOPE for 10% off that purchase. And then once you buy that knife, you got to mod it, trick it out, make it your own. Head on over to the GOAT, original GOAT that is. Just be sure to use code FUCKER for 15% off that purchase. Okay, people, the shilling has stopped. Let's get to the dope. All right. You know I never shit you, right? This is just a small bit of the packages that have arrived today. And we're going to get into all this shit for the most part. We got one that came over to me from Mr. Raymond, Everyday City Carry. Got one from Riverside Cutlery. And then while I was prepping for this video, this beast came in. Speaking of the goddamn man himself, Don Farmer. Golly, I'll tell you what, I am blessed. And because of this blessing, I'm going to share with y'all. Doing it for the culture. And like I mentioned, we got even more dope. These are knives that also came in the other day that I had meant to do in a earlier video, but just never got around to it. You know, this smoking is taking a toll on me, baby. But first, if you do enjoy the content, I'd ask that you would share, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, goddammit. It does help the channel. It does trick that algorithm. And it does help your boy to go viral. Okay, enough of that. First one on deck is from this company, Black Star Designs. Now, this is going to be a rather quick one because I don't know much about this. Couldn't find any information. This was sent to me from the Apex Pass-Around group. From what I gather, I do believe that Mr. Dave, aka Blade Banter, is involved in this. I don't know if this is his design, his company. I don't know. And as of the filming of this video, I just hadn't reached out to him, so I couldn't verify anything. But we're still going to take a look at it. You know, I got it. I'm going to share with you people. Okay, this is called the, I think they're calling it the Apex Arc. So here it is in its side profile. You can see we've got some nice titanium handles there. A little bit of curvature, a little bit of chamfering going on here on the edges. It is nice and centered. Look at the blade stock on that fucking thing. We've got a stainless steel pocket clip that is inset with flat screws, but it is only right hand tip up carry only. We've got one form of deployment, which is this flipper tab. Now, by the looks of the flipper tab, I would think that it wouldn't be that good, but we about to find out. Okay, I stand corrected. She's a look at that. She's a snappy hoe, people. She does fly out, and she does come back to the house. All right, we've got a nice reverse Tonto blade shape, right? That's what we're going with. Either that or a modified sheep's foot. Nice bit of belly there. Now, this is interesting. The blade steel is CPM 154, so it's not 154 CM, which is what we're normally accustomed to, at least I am. I don't think I've ever had any knives that have had the CPM 154. There goes the Black Star logo on the pivot. Nice little touch there. This is, oh shit, this is a hollow grind. Digging that. Thick blade stock. We've got some of that aggressive jimping at the base of the spine. Frame lock is the locking mechanism. There is, let me see something, stand by. There is quite a bit of milling going on in there. Yeah, tons of milling. And this is still, even with all that milling, this is still rather weighty. I do not have my scale with me. It is preoccupied at the moment, allegedly. But yeah, fantastic action. That flipper turns out to be just right, as a matter of fact. You know, it gives tons of leverage. It allows me to deploy the knife rather easily. And it comes back to the house. Very important. All right, let's put up a couple of knives for some size comparison. Basically, a little bit of knife flexing. You know how we do. First up, shout out to the OG Sharif Manganis. We're going to be taking a look at the Kubi Ruckus. So we can see that the apex arc is a little bit smaller than the Ruckus. Next up, a recent overview of the QSP Hornbill, which I am actually enjoying for the most part. So that black star is a little bit bigger than that. Let's put up a couple more, shall we? Next up, legendary knife in its own right. Just got it back to the house. I had it loaned out. And that's going to be the Devo OG Stout. So we can see that black star and the Stout actually appear to be neck and neck. This next one is also a classic in its own right. Spyderco Swayback. Love me that goddamn Swayback. So we can see that the black star is smaller than that. Let's do two more. God damn it, two more. How about this one? Tuya Envy is in the building. And it is also about the same, oh no, wait, just a hair bigger than the black star. Last up, but certainly not least, Spyderco Sage 5, baby. Lightweight rendition, rocking those Parsons Bladework scales. And it is also smaller than the black star. Now, I wish I had more information for you people. I really do. Maybe, what's up, baby? Maybe by the time I post this video, I'll put a little bit more info in the description. But right now, I got my old lady over there just whining. She's a handful, people. But that is the Black Star Apex Arc, and that is the first knife we're taking a look at today. Okay, this next one, I'm more prepared. This is coming from Saje Knives. Now, in case you guys don't know who they are, this may refresh you a little bit. You guys familiar with Work Knife Balance? Great gentleman. This is his company, Saje Knives, and this is his first design, I believe. So he wanted to pass this around to us to give back some feedback and kind of see how people were feeling about it. So I'm thankful for him for allowing me to take a look at it. If you're not following his channel, please start. Okay, let's see what we got. I believe he sent 3 versions of the knife. Here goes 2 of them. So we've got some titanium vibes right there. And then we got some G10 vibes. Right out the gate, I can see we've got a lot of milling going on here on these handles. Let's deploy them. So we have multiple forms of deployment. We've got the front flipper, which is rather obtuse. And then we have that standard traditional flipper, as well as a cutout, as well as a little bit of a fuller action. Nice snappy detent. Fantastic action. That's on the G10 one. Let's see if there's any difference on this titanium one. We'll go with the, woo, goddamn, that bitch is snappy. Look at that. That action is dialed the fuck in. I will give him that. Now we'll go over some of the specs because these are basically for the most part identical, except when it comes to locking mechanisms, blade steel, and handle material. So as far as the specs go, we've got an overall length of 8.15 inches. Blade length coming in at 3.49. On the premium version right here, we're rocking 20 CV. On the budget version, which is the G10 version, they're coming in with 14C 28N. Now the G10 version is a nested liner lock with a stainless steel folded over pocket clip that is reversible, right or left hand tip up. Nice contoured G10 scales. We've got open back construction on this version. And yeah, look at that. Look at that action. I'm digging that shit. Now, head on over to this premium version. We've got it's a frame lock with a stainless steel lock insert. Good amount of access to that lock bar on both versions. They've even went ahead and chamfered out a little bit of a landing pad for you to get your thumb in there. Fantastic. Look at that. I'm still thrilled with that fucking action, man. I really am. Now, here's an up-close look at the milling on the titanium. Actually, the titanium also has a backspacer, about a quarter-length backspacer, and it has a titanium pocket clip. However, on this version, it is not reversible. Now, the titanium version comes in a satin finish. Both versions have a nice high flat grind, but the G10 version, you can see here, this is the stonewash, and then they also have this satin finish as well. So I'm assuming that the green G10 is going to give you that satin finish, and the blue is going to give you the stonewash finish. I think he's got a hit with this, you know. Now, as far as any feedback that I would give if he was interested, number one, even though that front flipper works just fine, aesthetically, I don't like it, you know. I would have perhaps done more of a Devo, what is that one? Not the Mash, but fucking, is it the Mash? No, what the hell's the other one? The most recent Devo that was a top flipper, I'm drawing a blank now, but I would perhaps lower that a little bit, make it not stick up so high. And, you know, honestly, I would have got rid of that back of the traditional flipper. You know, I wouldn't have done both, but it's not my knife. And as nice as this milling looks, it just looks a little busy to me, like a lot going on, you know. Big props to him for putting him on both sides. A lot of these companies nowadays are only giving you, you know, either milling on one side or an inlay on one side. They're giving you milling on both sides. Now let's talk about the price. Now, there's supposed to be a Kickstarter that started in August. I don't currently know if that's, you know, on time or whatnot. I'm assuming it is. But for the titanium version, during the Kickstarter, they were going for a range of 170 to 190. Retail on this will be 200 to 220. Now for the G10 version in the Kickstarter, they're shooting for 65 to 80, and then retail is going to be 75 to 90. So for what they're giving you here, they're in that range, man. They hit that range for sure. Now let's go ahead and put up some comparisons for y'all, give you guys a better idea. Oh, goddamn, I never told you the name of it. This is called the Rango. It's by Saje Knives, and it's the Rango. Look at me fucking up. Okay, let's go ahead and start out like this. Being that this is a top flipper or front flipper, I figured I'd give you guys some front flippers to compare it to. And none more important to me than the unofficial overseas knife of the channel, the CJRB Echo. So we can see here that the Echo is smaller than that. Next up, one that just touched back down at the house, and that is going to be the Kaiser Veritas. Shout out to Jacob Lundquist, big fan of him, friend of the channel. So we can see that the Rango is bigger than that. Let's do two more. God damn it, two more. Coming in with some more front flippers, we got this one. Recent acquisition, which I'm really enjoying, and that is the Griffin Scout F3. So the Rango is bigger than that. Last but certainly not least, possibly the best front flipper in the game, especially at this price point. We're talking about the Miguron Carix 2. Or, goddammit, Karaki 2. Too many Ks out there. So we can see that the Rango is also bigger than that. Well, what do I think? I'll tell you at the gate, the guy's got talent. I'm assuming that Work Knife Balance, and I'm drawing a blank on his first name at this time, but he knows what he's doing. He knows how to design a knife and bring it to fruition. And, you know, you got to give him credit for that. There's a lot of people who are designing knives now and trying to get their foot in the game in the EDC world and in the knife world. But I think this guy's doing it right. Love the fact that they're contoured scales. I do not know who the OEM is, but if I had to take a guess, I would say this is Shieldon and possibly Miguron. But I would lean more towards Shieldon. So that was the Saje Knives Rango. Rango. Okay, next up, we got a couple of boxes of dope. Now this first one is going to require a little bit of participation on y'all's part. And then we got this other one too, so we'll check this one out next. This is something that dropped on Monday of this week, and I had to get it. Had to do it. It's coming in from Riverside Cutlery. I'm going to ask you guys what I need to do, which way I need to go with this. So let's take a look at it. We're going to be using the Kershaw, possibly the American, the American OTF Knife of the Year, which is the Kershaw Livewire. Shout out to Riverside Cutlery, especially Brian. Brian has been so good to me, man. Y'all don't even know. So, like I mentioned, this dropped on Monday. Got a couple of things up in here. Oh shit! Wait a minute. Some stuff just dropped on the floor. Okay, look what they gave me. Yeah, as a matter of fact, this week it was Riverside Cutlery's 20th anniversary. 20 years in the game, man. That says a lot. You know, it really does. This is a tough game to make it in, and they've got 20 years in. So that's an accomplishment in itself. And they even gave me a goddamn keychain. Never had the keychain from them. So don't necessarily know if I'll use it. But let's see what we got first. Let's go with this package first. Now I saw these and I had a vision. Had an epiphany. These are the new Rich Light scales from Cerberus. These are Shaman skinny scales. Ooh, these look good. This is the riffle pattern, I believe is what they call that. Looks more like a dimple pattern to me, you know? But they look, goddamn, they look good. Now let's get back to my vision, my epiphany. I have, being that these are American made, I've got some American made classics to choose from. First one I'm thinking about is going to be this Riverside Cutlery Shaman, the Riverside Cutlery exclusive. I think with that black hardware and that purple Shaman skinny scale, that shit would look fire, right? What do y'all think? I hate to disassemble another exclusive, or rather mod one, but fuck them, they're my knives, you know what I mean? So there goes that, and if I put that on, the clip that I'm rocking with this one is this Fox Mascus Lynch Northwest Side deep carry pocket clip. So there's that version, or that option. And then the knife that I originally saw for these scales is this 15V Shaman. I currently have Rip's Garage Tech titanium scales. I was thinking of putting the purple on that. And if I did that, I would then go ahead, that's where this comes into effect. I would then go ahead, boom, and throw this bitch on. This is a pocket clip from Lynch, stonewashed to basically match the finish of the blade. So we would have a stonewash clip with that purple Rich Light. Tell me that shit ain't hitting with the silver hardware, stonewash hardware. Yeah, man, I need y'all's help. Which way do I need to go? I'm gonna let you guys tell me in the comments, and we'll go from there. Okay, we got one more. 18 minutes in, and we still got one more brick of dope to get through. This is a long one, people. Are you gonna stick around? Let's find out. All right, like I mentioned, this one came from Ray, part of one of the pass around groups. I think this is this might be Apex. I think this is Apex. Yeah, Apex. He's involved in two of the pass arounds that I'm in, the Lefty YouTube pass around group and the Apex. All right, so let's see what we got here. Nothing personal in here. Another QSP. I tell you, I have been flooded with QSP knives this week. No shit. You know I never shit you. You guys have probably seen them on the channel, but there's been quite a few. This is a new one. This is the Grebe or the Grebe. I think it's the Grebe, right? Grebe. We're going with Grebe. Fuck it. So let's see which version. Oh shit, yeah, I remember this. Okay. Now this is an interesting one. It's a button lock, number one. You know, up until recently, QSP had never done button locks. And then I feel like just this month, they dropped 2 or 3 of them on us. And here they do it again. This one comes in at $144.50. This has got those Raffir Noble glow-in-the-dark scales. We've got a close length coming in at 4.25 inches. Deployment is your flipper tab, or you've got these thumb studs. right out the gate, I can tell you that those thumb studs are goddamn close to that scale. Reminds me of the rock wall, but they do work good. They do work good. Let me hit that one more time. Woo-wee. Yeah, D10 is definitely dialed the fuck in. She did fly out. Let's try that flipper tab. Okay. Good action on that button lock. I will give him that. Overall length on this came in at 7.25 inches. Closed length came in at 4.25. We've got this beautiful Tonto blade coming in at 3 inches with a nice stonewash finish. I don't know if that's a compound. It's a dual grind. Don't necessarily know if it's a compound or not. They might both be the same. Actually, this one feels a little bit thicker at the tip, so I'm going with the dual compound grind. We've got a little bit of jimping there at the base of the spine, stainless steel liners, button lock apparatus. We've got this, I think that's titanium. Yeah, titanium pocket clip that is right or left hand tip up. And then it's got open back construction. Ergonomically, I can squeeze 4 fingers on here. If I didn't mention it, the blade steel is S35VN, so that explains the $144 price tag. That stonewash looks good. It looks damn good. Pocket clip, like I mentioned, is titanium. Overall weight on this comes in at 3.7 ounces. Now let's put up some comparisons on this one. Let's keep it in the goddamn family. First up, what I feel is QSP's best knife to date, and that is the QSP Penguin Plus, baby. So the greb is smaller than that. Next up, possibly their second best knife to date, and that's the OG Penguin. So we can see that the greb is smaller than that. Let's do 2 more. God damn it, 2 more. Hands down, my favorite and only other raffia noble scale knife in my collection, and that's going to be the Spyderco Chaparral. So we can see the difference here. The raffia noble scales that Spyderco uses are not glow in the dark. They are actually resin bonded. They have a polished resin coating on them, versus that's not the case here with the QSP ones. But we can see that grebe or the greb is bigger than that. Last but certainly not least, possibly I think my only Tonto knife, and actually one of my only Tonto knives in the collection, straight American dope, the legendary Spyderco PM2 Tonto apparatus. And we can see that the grebe is definitely smaller than that. Well, what have we learned, people? We've learned that I got a bunch of shit to get to. We've learned that everyone's trying to make knives nowadays, and some of them are doing a good job about it. Perfect case in point, Saje Knives Rango. And then we bringing up with this one, can't forget about this one, the Black Star Apex Arc. Wish I had more information for y'all on that one. But I'm impressed with all 3 of them. Sure, there's a few things I'd change on each of them, but I think all 3 will sell. I really do. What do you fuckers think? Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time, cut something, cut someone, just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers!